Hello my students, how are you? Really miss you. Today we will complete our lessons in science. We will begin a new chapter in chemistry, chapter 9 in checkpoint science 2, page 108. This chapter is titled Elements and Atoms. Describe what is meant by an element. An element is a substance that can't be broken down by physical changes or chemical reactions into a simpler form of matter. This means that substances can be broken down into elements, but elements can't be broken by any changes, either physical changes or chemical reactions, because elements are the simplest substances. Describe what is meant by an atom. An atom is a particle from which all things are made. Atom is the simplest unit of any matter. Is there a link between elements and atoms? Yes, there is a link between elements and atoms. This link is that each element is made of one particular type of atom which has its own special properties. This means that each element is made of atoms. These atoms are different from the atoms of other elements. There are many examples of elements such as carbon, sulfur, iron, aluminium, copper, sodium, mercury, and so on. What are the properties of elements? There are only two elements that are liquid at room temperature and standard pressure. These two elements are mercury and bromine. 11 elements are gases at room temperature and standard pressure. All the other elements are solids. As we said, each element has its own special properties. Examples: sodium is an element, it is a soft. Silver is an element, it is a white metal with a melting point and a boiling point, different from chlorine, which is a yellow-green gas. Describe what is meant by a compound. A compound is a substance that's made from two or more elements that are joined together. This means that when two or more elements are mixed or combined, they form a new substance called a compound. The compound has different properties from the elements that make it. Example: when sodium element combine with chlorine element, they form a new substance called sodium chloride compound. As we said, sodium element has its own special properties and chlorine element has its own special properties, but when they are added together, they produce a compound which has properties different from sodium alone or chlorine alone. Its shape is white solid that easily forms crystals and has a melting point and a boiling point different from sodium alone or chlorine alone. Thus, we end our lesson. I hope you will study hard and answer the questions I send. Thank you with my best wishes. Bye bye.